Are you struggling to find these bottles in your local liquor store? You want to talk about how to get allocated bottles? Then listen to this. Let's talk about visiting liquor stores. You do need to visit and shop at your local stores often. I'm not saying to go in every week. I go in to these stores once a month. A couple of them I try to go to more than that. And when you go in, one, if they have a new barrel pick or something like that, yeah, sure, pick it up. And don't go in and just say, hey, got some Blanton's? That's not going to get you anywhere. Have some conversations. There are several stores that I'll check on regularly, but there are two that I absolutely love going in because I know I'm going to have some good conversation. And I'm always fascinated by the process of how this whole allocation thing works, and especially with the changes in the distribution and whatever. So I'll go in and ask. So just yesterday, I went into a store. I was on the way home from running some errands, and I asked her, I was like, so how are things going? Have y'all gotten anything lately? Is it getting any better? She's like, be right back. And she came back with a Weller 12 for $51. Crazy. And so you need to go in, have these conversations, and don't just go in there and ask for a Blanton's. It's not going to get you anywhere. I'm on the way to do some shipping because I've sold some things on eBay, and I'm going to stop by one store and check and see what they have. Okay, let's talk about visiting stores. One thing you have to know when you're going shopping for these things, please go and watch some YouTube videos, do some research, use some apps that will tell you what the actual retail price is and what the secondary price is. There are always two prices for a bottle. Just left a store and they have a Jack 14, which is one of those bottles I would love to have. I've tried it at Polite Pig. I would absolutely love to have it, but it is $150 over secondary prices, which if you know, some people don't want to do secondary market, but 150 over what you can get on the secondary market, crazy. So know your prices before you go into a store, and whew, and you'll learn eventually which stores list them at reasonable prices and what stores do that. Be sure you're following the stores in your local area and surrounding areas, because bottles like this I got because I participated in a raffle. Got this Weller 12, like I mentioned, just by going in and having a conversation yesterday. With bourbon, there is a secondary market. If you want to know about that, do some Google searches, do some Facebook searches for your local area. Also, make sure you check around, not just in your local area, but surrounding areas. I found out early on that Augusta, which is about an hour from my house, gets a lot of allocated bourbon. Georgia gets a good amount of bourbon because they have such a high volume of liquor sales. So Stag, you can find almost any time down there. And remember, whatever you find, make sure it's a selection, not a collection. These bottles are meant to be drank, so open them up and share them with friends.